Hey everyone, Aaron here, and welcome back to the Anime Talk, the show where I ask some really creepy questions sometimes. The question that's actually being asked today is, what are your thoughts on lolis? Yeah, that's one of the questions for the Anime Talk today, folks. Lolis. We're going to be talking about those today, so I already know several people who are going to be flying off the handle, be like, no, I don't want to watch this, I can't watch it, it's terrible, it's going to be about lolis, that's not right, no. But in all seriousness though, lolis have always been, I think, a predominant part of anime. And for the most part, ironically enough, they've also been something that has been most questioned in anime. I think even more so than like why hentai exists or why are there creepy things that we do in anime sometimes. I think loli has always been that kind of age-old question. Is it creepy or is it cute or is it kawaii, as they always say? Or is it, meant to be moe? Which is, moe. If no one's ever played No More Heroes, they would not understand why I did that voice like that. But in No More Heroes, that actually is one of the predominant reasons why, that he says it that way. But what I'm actually asking today, though, is moe, or is it lolis, or what is it really exactly? So for anyone who doesn't know the general definition of what loli is, the kind of bare minimum thing that you'll hear from people is that moe or loli, because I think really honest truth, they're both the same, to be honest with you, but lolis are girls that look very underage. They're usually very short girls, or more so predominantly girls that do not have features that look adult-like. So typically, and for example, I'm using a picture from Bakemonogatari, Shinobu, I'm sorry, I couldn't think of her name for a second. Shinobu is actually considered a loli character. She's considered that because she looks very young, which is one of the requirements right there. She has a very small body, which is also one of the requirements. But at the same time, though, she's technically not young. She's actually like a couple hundred years old, if not a couple thousand years old. So, ironically enough, people go, well, I like Shinobu. I think she's hot. Is that kind of creepy? Me personally, I think it's creepy. I don't care what loli, what age they actually are. Despite all that, even if they look like that, that's still kind of creepy. Like, that's creep territory to me. But I know a lot of people would defend this statement. They would defend the constant, argument, lolis are not to be seen as creepy. They're actually meant to be seen as cute, kawaii, or moe. And they're not meant to be seen in a creepy light, as most people would predominantly put them in. The reason being, though, I think that they're seen in such a creepy light is the fact that most people put them in anime in creepy situations. There's a lot of anime that always have, young loli girls as, like, hit with this weird kind of sexual innuendos. I think the perfect example, I think most people will understand this one without me having to go too far into the weird anime terms. Sword Art Online has Silica. Silica is around, I think, the age of 13, 14 years old when Sword Art Online starts, becomes around 14, 15 years old when it ends. But she is, out of all the characters, put in some of the creepiest and most awkward situations. She's one of the few characters that you see almost half naked. You see her being, like, essentially bombarded with tentacles at one point. You see her doing a lot of creepy things. Even in the video games for her, they have a lot of weird situations with her. And what's funny about that is, what is that, is that creepy? Is it wrong? What are we looking at here? What are we trying to, what are we taking out of this? And in my opinion, I think loli is not a big deal if it's not taken in that sexual innuendo type category. If you do it just to be cute, or if you want to make it, kawaii, and you want to make it where it's not meant to be so creepy, then I understand why they have loli characters, because loli characters are characters that you want to protect in the series. In Sword Art Online, Kirito wants to protect Silica because she looks like her sister, or looks like his sister, excuse me. And he right away goes into the mentality of, I have to protect this one. I want to protect her. And I think a lot of loli characters are always seen in that sense of, I need to protect them because they look like a little sister type character, or they look very young and innocent, and thus very frail and, easy to manipulate or easy to be harmed. But in a lot of anime, loli can be seen in the creepy sense. Technically, Yoko from Gurren Lagann is technically seen as a loli character. I know people go, whoa, no, she's not. She's got to listen. She's 14 years old when that show starts. Just remember that, folks. She's 14. I watched Gurren Lagann when I was younger, so that for me was not per se such a big age gap for me. I think it was like maybe at the time, maybe I want to say 2-3 years age gap, but she's 14 years old. So no matter what, she is technically an underage girl right there and there. And I know a lot of you might go, well, a lot of high school girls in anime are underage too, right? Yeah, a lot of them are underage, but the thing is that they have things about them that at least they look more mature than they are half the time. You know, a lot of I think like another good example is Infinite Stratos. Infinite Stratos has girls that are, well, except for like 1 or 2 of them, have girls that are around the age of 15 or 16 but look like they could be full-fledged adults, because anime typically wants, you know, adult viewers to actually enjoy the girls on screen regardless of his young age or not. Lolis to me are creepy. I'm just being honest with you. I know that people will defend all day long and say they're great, they're fine, perfectly whatever. I think they're creepy. I know a few of you who would agree with me a heartbeat. I know they'll say, oh yeah, we agree with 100%. But my thing out of this is I want to ask you guys and girls, what do you think about lolis? Do you actually hate them? Do you like them? You know, what are your stances on them? Do you want them in certain situations? Do you not want them in certain situations? You know, I really do want your feedback with this, guys and girls. So leave in the comments below what you think of lolis. You could say anything you want, just be respectful, don't be creepy about it, because I will, you know, remove comments that are creepy. I've done it before. But anyways, guys and girls, more so I was gonna put something else out today, but I wanted to test my microphone out. Again, the anime talks that follow this may or may not be using the older audio setup, so I apologize in advance. But this is really to kind of test my audio qualities, and more so beside my update, kind of figure out where do I need to do with these, you know, anime talks to make them sound better, my reviews in general. So I really appreciate it, guys and girls. I hope you like this discussion, and as always, guys, have a great weekend, because Friday is today, so it's, you know, now it's Saturday, Sunday. If you have school, you're off, so enjoy that, revel in that, and as always, I'll talk to you later. Have a blessed day, have a blessed weekend. Bye bye, everyone.